going on to you, Sagittarius? You have the Two of Wands, the Strength, King of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, the Eight of Cups, Four of Swords, King of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. All right, so for you, Sagittarius, the Two of Wands, the Strength, the King of Swords. For you, Sagittarius, right now, to be perfectly honest with you, the Two of Wands, the Strength, and the King of Swords really does speak to how a lot of you, Sagittarius, you find it a little bit hard to kind of stay a little bit humble. Things are going quite well with a lot of you, Sagittarius. Things are starting to really look up. Things are really starting to go your way. And what I mean by that is obviously the health, the finances. A lot of you are very much so at peace right now. And the Strength represents how you just feel so good. You know what I mean? And it's hard because a lot of you, Sagittarius, realize that you can't just necessarily go around telling people that you feel good, right? Even the people that you know, because a lot of people will try to use that against you, try to ruin your day. And a lot of you, Sagittarius, or I should say some of you, Sagittarius, right, know this, or you should know this. So some more game for you. And then you have the King of Swords, right? There you go. And the thing about it is that the King of Swords is about how it is that you're split with this, right? You know, you're split with this. It's like, how do you keep your own joy a secret? And truth be told, how it is that you do it in the first place, ultimately, is to just hang out by yourself, not say anything to anyone. The Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit represents, the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit represents how it is that a lot of you, Sagittarius, again, you have a lot of things going on for you right now. That's in your favor. That's working out well for you. And a lot of you, Sagittarius, you'll have to learn that when people don't have a lot of good things going on for them or things that they would like happen to them, if you don't keep your mouth shut, what will happen is like I said, a lot of people will try to do things to ruin you, ruin not just your day, ruin you. And you'll be surprised at how far people are willing to go to try to ruin you. So the thing about it is that the situation with this is, a lot of you, Sagittarius, really need to understand that you're going into a different place, right? But the Hermit is ultimately where it is that you really want to be. You really want to make it. You really want to be able to stay out of the way. And what I mean by that is stay out of the way in the sense that get people to constantly wonder what it is that you're doing. You don't really want to put so much information out there on what it is that you're doing, because then the cat will be let out of the bag and everybody will know that you've got a lot of great, wonderful things happening for you. I don't suggest you, Sagittarius, really do all of that. So the Eight of Cups now, right? And you even have the Hermit. The Eight of Cups represents how, so a lot of you, Sagittarius, will have to learn to kind of hang out by yourselves and start doing a lot more activities that only requires one person. And kind of, if a person is not really in on it with you, as far as have the same interests with you, or can even get into some of the same interests with you, right? Whether it is as it depicts on a card, fishing or collecting certain things, whatever it is, a lot of you, Sagittarius, will have to understand that since that's the case, right? Since that's the case, if they're not into the things that you're into, it's okay. And that you'll have to kind of consider them as people that you just meet, but you don't actually share, or more than likely you won't share anything deeper with, because the Four of Swords, again, you know, the Four of Swords just kind of represents putting to sleep the person that you once were. And one of those things is being overly enthusiastic. And I'm not joking here. Like, a lot of you Sagittarius will see it for yourselves. When you're having a wonderful day, people will try to ruin your day. You know what I'm saying? People try to ruin your day. And part of the reason why it is that Sagittarius is so optimistic in the first place is because a lot of you Sagittarius really do come from sometimes sad situations. So a lot of you Sagittarius will keep the optimistic mentality of something good is going to happen because the dysfunction that you've experienced, right? So it's like, it's better to be optimistic and look on the bright side of things, because there's so much negativity and there's so much dysfunctionality that has happened to you already. Like I said before, I know a lot of Sagittarius. My brothers are Sagittarius. I literally have people who I'm genetically related to who is a Sagittarius. So I understand. And I had plenty of Sagittarius mentors and stuff like this. So I understand Sagittarius. I understand y'all, you know, better than what it is that y'all think. Believe me, I don't have to be any of these zodiac signs to know to understand your experience and to be compassionate towards it, right? So the King of Wands now represents how it is that and that's part of why it is that a lot of you Sagittarius have to learn to become much more content being by yourselves, or being alone, because a lot of you Sagittarius, the King of Wands, a lot of you Sagittarius realize that this world is inverted. How is it that you Sagittarius can be, right, steadfast, right, growing roots, right? The feet are roots. They become tree trunks. He's literally becoming one with the wooden chair. And that's my point, right? Like, actually becoming one with yourself, becoming one with nature, becoming one with settling into the idea that, again, you can meet new people for sure, right? Like I said, it's the summertime, single, ready to mingle, but no one can run that game on you of, well, you're going to be by yourselves, or they ghost you, right? Because that whole ghosting thing, another layer of that ghosting method is for you to become more desperate to now get in contact with them. It's to increase desire, right? If a person is like, yeah, they're showing you interest, right? And then they ghost. Now it's like you talk to them and see what's going on with them, and see how it is that those people got, you know, what those people got going on and how they're doing. Is to also build interest. That's why it is I'm saying too, on another level. But when that type of stuff doesn't work, and you see it for what it is, and you're like, this is lame, I was interested in you, you ain't even got to do all this type of stuff, you know. But they steadily thinking that, you know, the mystery method, right? They got to do all this goofy stuff to get the outcome. You Sagittarius, like I said, bringing it back, the King of Wands, you Sagittarius understand how this whole world is bugged. You know what I mean? The idea that it's inverted, the idea of you can't have a group full of friends that legitimately get you, that you can trust, because my gosh, you even showing any modicum of happiness, people will try to tear down, right? And the Ten of Cups represents, again, you really, the solution to that is you really just got to find twos and fews, right? A few people, a loved one romantically, friends, family members that you really do trust, and just rock with those people ultimately, because this idea of running around happy-go-lucky, I'm telling you, being happy-go-lucky all the time is not really going to be your best interest. But yet the 10 of Cups, you're still internally happy anyway. No one can take that from you. But the 7 of Cups represents, and this is where you understand, this is where you learn, or you should learn, that this is where your options is. Because you have to develop a poker face. That's what it is, Sagittarius. You have to develop a poker face. Don't allow everybody in to what it is that you've got going on, right? Like, all the zodiac signs can learn something from each other. And one of the things that the zodiac signs can learn from a Virgo or a Pisces or an Aquarius or a Scorpio is to learn how to be cold, right? A Capricorn is to learn how to be cold. And what I mean by that is, stop telling everybody everything, right? And unless you realize that you can trust somebody, keep people out there at a distance until time goes by and they've provided value. This goes for relationships too, because that's what a relationship is. It's the two of you slowly breaking into each other. And what I mean by that is, I'm not talking about disrespect. I'm talking about like shoes, like sneakers, right? When you first wear the sneakers, more than likely it's going to hurt your feet. But the more you wear it, the more time, right, your foot is, or your feet is in your sneakers, right? What happens, that sneaker now becomes made for your foot due to the fact that it's actually bending around your own unique feet or foot, right? And that's what I'm trying to say when it comes to relationships. Relationships are just like that, right? You have to invest into it to see if this person is trustworthy. But ultimately, as time goes by, right, just like how that shoe was, everything starts off awkward. That's why I'm trying to say that every functional relationship should start off boringly, because that's the point. Because if it starts off high on dopamine, fast paced, you meet someone at a casino and the relationship on itself is going to be about fast paced things and doing this type of stuff, right? As to where if it starts off slow, maybe you do meet at a casino, but the two of you are so down to earth, it doesn't even necessarily feel like it. It just feels like the two of you are just on the cool, right? So what happens then? Then the two of y'all start from here, and then the two of y'all build up. And then now it goes from, y'all get each other's numbers. Y'all want to now go out to Atlantic City or something like this, right? Y'all want to play a game of blackjack or something like that. Next thing y'all know, y'all win y'all hands. And I'm not saying to count the cards. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that y'all are at different tables, and then y'all meet each other again, and y'all like, hey, how it is that you did. But it starts becoming more eventful as time goes on, right? But then the 7 of Cups represents, but this is great, because this is where your opportunity is, Sagittarius. Now you're in a position to actually see where your opportunity is, because you have so many options. And what I mean when I say options is option to rest, right? To relax, because your life isn't all over the place and chaotic. A lot of you Sagittarius lives, you have to take the time to really make your life more simplified, because a lot of Sagittarius their life be all over the place. And the reason why your life is all over the place, because your mind is all over the place. You get that from Gemini. So now your attention is switching all different directions, and you're trying to wear so many hats and do so many things to be able to keep yourself busy, to work towards those goals, that a lot of you Sagittarius don't seem to understand that. Pick a few things that you really enjoy, and those things become your life, right? Because the 7 of Cups represents you have too many things, right? And that you Sagittarius need to actually figure out what those things are And that's the empowerment and that's the enjoyment out of it. The idea that you have so many things that you can do, so many different possibilities, but to pick those things and see if those things that you enjoy can actually branch out into all the other things that you really want to do. And when you meet, by the time you meet someone and you call yourself trying to meet someone and get to know the person, right? You will be secure, and regardless of whether or not you get the number, you exchange numbers with the person's into you or whatever the case may be, is irrelevant. You have a strong foundation on who you are. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the King of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles, clarify the King of Wands. You have the the Knight of Pentacles. Sorry about that. The Knight of Pentacles. The Emperor. The Ten of Pentacles. And then you have the Six of Wands, right? So again, that level of foundationalism, that level of foundation, sitting on that throne, foundation, not moving, right? Not slowing down or stopping the growth that you've got going on, sticking to the script, actually trusting the process of it's okay to be by yourself and that there's nothing wrong with it, but it's a matter of actually healing. Because truth be told, some people say that they're in the process of healing, but they don't ever actually get to the healing process. But they always make it seem like they're in the process of healing. It's because it becomes socially acceptable, because people will cut them slack and be like, oh, okay. But a lot of people don't actually say, hey, when are you actually healed about this? Because you keep saying that you're in the healing process, but what have you actually learned? What have you actually healed from? What is water up underneath the bridge? Or is it that you're just saying that because it's become a crutch? And then the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Wands now represents you, Sagittarius, now realizing that you have a choice of getting to know other people already. You do. You have a choice of that. It's just a matter of you just need to make sure who is for you and who is not. You can't be with everybody, and getting to know one person at a time can sometimes take too long. But at the same time, a lot of you Sagittarius are very much so paying attention to and are aware and attentive to when someone is even giving you the slightest problem that could lead into a huge problem. You see it now. And a lot of you Sagittarius realize that you don't want anything to do with this. So let's clarify the Seven of Cups now and then get out of here. So to clarify the Seven of Cups, right? To clarify the Seven of Cups, you have the Hierophant, which is Taurus and Sagittarius. So you did show up in your own reading. Congratulations. The Page of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords, right? So this is a situation for you where you really, a lot of you Sagittarius you have really learned, and you're really learning to trust the process, because things are and will work out for you, and it already is. The King of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, right? Now it's not so much where right now, a lot of games that people can play on you is not going to work because you don't care. You're getting to know other people at your own pace. And you're not pressured into getting to know other people playing these games, right? So that's pretty much it. I now produce videos Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 4 at a time, around 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yo, it's late at night. Stall me out. Peace.